This is how you should approach women. Sharp Game coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So this is a question that I got from a long time subscriber. You want to know, hey, give me some tips on how I should approach women if I'm out and about, out in the city, almost any interaction is like, what do I do when I'm out and about? I mean, how do I carry myself, or whatever. So yeah, this is just pretty. I'm gonna tell you some stuff that I do, man. First off, when I'm out and about, I like to whatever I wear, I like to feel comfortable with what I got on. Whether it's dressing, slacks, a suit, jeans and collared shirt, jeans and shirt, or sneakers, whatever. Whatever I have on, I have to be comfortable. I don't gotta be suited and booted all the time, but whatever I'm wearing, I have to feel good about it. That's the first thing. And it doesn't matter if I'm at work. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if I'm on vacation. It doesn't matter if I'm on my personal time. I just have to feel good about what I have on. Whether it's the quality of the clothes, the colors, the shoes, whatever. You know. And I like to feel good internally as well. If I'm feeling not up to, if I'm not feeling so well, I'll just stay home until I feel better. It doesn't happen often. Most of the time, I wake up, I'm good. But from every once in a while, I wake up. It takes me a while to get started. Maybe I might have upset stomach. Whatever. Something like that's what it usually is, upset stomach, because it's something I ate previously. You know. Yeah. So I just like to feel good. See, if you feel good, you're usually going to look good, and you're going to give off that vibe out in the public whenever you get around people. So, that's the first thing. Next thing, dude, I smile a lot. I smile a lot. When I'm out and about, I smile a lot. Mostly if you give a smile, people, they'll smile back too. So, and that usually, a smile usually, people usually put their guard down if you smile. That's usually how that goes. So smile. I mean, hey, maybe things aren't the way you want it to be in life, but frowning and complaining ain't gonna help. So what you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? You gotta make the best you can out of every day that you live on this planet, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as you still have your health and strength, you can still work on whatever you have to work on. But until that happens, until you accomplish or get to the point that you want, don't walk around frowning, man. Smile. You know. And then, like I said, that usually, if you smile at somebody, they usually smile back. And I'm not talking about the fake smile. The like this. No, not that. I'm not talking about the corporate fake smile. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a real, genuine smile. Most people, most women will smile back. They'll give you a smile back. You know. So that's another thing that I usually do. And I usually don't talk a lot. I usually ask questions, not just any old question. Not like, hey, where you from, what you do, where you work at. Not them questions. It's so. Now I might ask where someone what they do, but I don't ask, hey. I don't. I'll say, hey. I'll say like this. I didn't get your name. I don't say, hey, what's your name? I don't say it like that. I'll say, I didn't get your name. Because everybody's asking, what's your name? Everyone asking like you. Everyone asking it like that. So I'll change it up. I said, I didn't get your name. So, then I'll be like, hey, where, what department you work in? And they'll be like, oh, I work in such and such department or whatever. Well, how is it? And they'll say, oh, it's cool. So then I'll say, what do you really want to be doing? Now, when I ask that, what do you really want to be doing? They have to think about that. Because that's a question that they don't get that very often. Most people just ask, "Hey, what department you work in?" And they be, like, "Oh, okay," and they just keep it moving. But I ask, I want to dig deeper because I'm if I'm trying to get to know them or interested in trying to get to know them, I want to dig deeper. So I'm gonna ask questions that they don't get very often, you know, because if you ask the same question that most people ask, you're probably gonna get the same response that most people get. So I don't know everything, but I know one thing: same is lame. And if you're doing the same thing that most people are doing or saying, you're probably going to get the same results. You know? And see, and the next thing I do whenever I approach a woman or whatever is I don't make it about me. And see, she doesn't have to like me. I'm not trying to please her. If we connect, cool. If not, that's cool too. I don't know her from a can of paint. She don't know me from a can of paint. I might never see her again. That's cool. So I don't. It's like I don't know what happened before I met her. She might have got a phone call. Somebody might have died. The kid might have got sick if she got him. I don't know. Everyone's not gonna be at their best 24 hours a day. So maybe I caught her at a bad time. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's not going to like you. That's just what it is. That's just a part of life. Who cares? I just move on. You know? There's some women wouldn't give me a time of the day. And I'm fine with that. And then again, there's some women that would give me a time of the day that I don't think would give me a time of the day. And that's cool too. you know? So, but the idea is everyone doesn't have to like me. I don't. Respect is better. That's it. So this is how I think when when I'm approaching or interacting with a woman, and she doesn't know me from a can of paint. I don't tell people my accomplishments. I don't tell people where I've been, where I travel, what I do on my free time. I don't tell people any of that stuff when I meet them in the beginning. And that's if they stay around me long enough, that's when I reveal things that about me. But in the beginning, I don't mention anything about I have a blog, I wrote 3 books. I don't mention any of that stuff. Because uh, they haven't earned that yet. So I don't really get into all that stuff. I don't name drop and say, hey, I met these celebrities in Atlanta. I don't talk about any of that stuff. In the beginning, they don't know anything about me. They haven't earned that. Why should I tell someone all this information about me and I just met them 5 minutes ago? Or I just met them last week. And I'm telling them my whole life story. Why? Doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. So I don't really get into any of that stuff. And and a lot of times you got to keep in mind, sometimes if you pose in the right clothes, you get chose. So a lot of times, you don't really have to do a lot of talking, or you don't have to do any talking at all. If a woman keeps seeing you over and over every day, 5 days a week, proximity, sometimes that's enough. Sometimes you don't have to really say anything. Just be there. 5, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, wherever you are. Or just be at church every Sunday. Or be at wherever. Sometimes you just have to be there. And if they keep seeing you over and over, some women will warm up to you just because of that. That's been my experience. And then all you have to do basically is say, hey, I didn't get your name. And you take it from there. I've done that many times. This is one, especially when I used to go to the clubs a lot. I used to go to the same club over and over. I was a regular every week. And some women I used to see, hey, how you doing? Just say how you doing and passing by and keep it moving. I'd go get a drink. And after about, I don't know, a few weeks, maybe 2, 3 months, 6 months, or whatever, I asked her name and things progress from there. So sometimes if you just keep seeing a woman over and over, things just, you ask her name, introduce yourself, and all of a sudden things just take off, man. Really. I mean, that's happened to me many times. You know, and sometimes some of these women, I've never probably would have approached. And, you know, if it was in another environment, or, you know, if I was just walking around or strolling around or whatever, I probably wouldn't have, you know. But being that we was in the same environment and I seen them for so many times over and over, I just introduced myself and I said, hey, just for the heck of it, just see how she responds. And if I get a good response, well, so be it. You know, sky's the limit. You know. So yeah, this you know, this is some stuff that I do, man. And a lot of times, like I said, I smile a lot. You know, if they give a smile, if I smile, if they give a smile, I just keep doing it. You know. Now, if I don't get a smile, of course, I'm not gonna. I'll just keep it moving. You know, sometimes, not some, every once in a while, I don't get no response or bad response or a woman might frown or whatever. That's cool. Everybody's not for everybody. You know, that's cool, man. It's not that shit. You shouldn't take what women say or do personal. It's not really about you. It's really about them. It's about how they're feeling at the time. And most women are not coming from a good place when you meet them. They don't have a lot of people in their corner, like jumping up and down like a cheerleader all the time. No, most people are not like coming from a place like that. So I understand that. So when I meet them, I already know if they stay around me long enough, I have to build them up. You know, I have to encourage them, you know, to do certain things. At least try to see something in them that they don't see in themselves. I already know this. You know, see, the problem, the mistake that a lot of guys make is they assume that most women got it all figured out. They assume that most women, you know, when they meet them, they're going to have it together because she's 25 or 30 years old or 35 years old. She's an adult. How come she don't know this stuff? She should know better. See, that's a mistake. You know, that's a mistake. That a lot of guys make that mistake, you know. When they approach a woman, they assume that a woman should know what to say about any and everything. No, most women are just following their friends or doing something that somebody told them. Or they looked at television. They're pulling the information from somewhere. Most women, most people, they don't really have any original ideas or thoughts. They're just pulling from somewhere else, you know, because especially if they haven't experienced certain things, they just listen to somebody else or heard it from this person or that person or from television or something like that. So, you know, they don't have it all together. They just most women are trying to figure it out just like you trying to figure it out. So think about all this stuff before you approach women. You know? So hey, if you like this video, go get my books, Boss Life Secrets and Love Can't Wait. And like this video, share this video, And click the little bell below. That way when I come online, you won't miss out on all the game. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.